left that night with you, and you made it unforgettable. I sat upon the end of the bed, slouched forward with shame washing over me. I kept my crumbling composure intact as you recited across the room, gathering up your items and readying yourself for work. As I watched you cover your naked body, a frightened little girl cried out inside me. I wrapped my arms around myself and embraced her with love we've only known by a stranger. And that stranger was you. For years I had created memories of you, memories of days that could have existed. My thoughts were what I only recalled of you. I had days where I would find myself in a sleepless night, wondering how my hazy mind would draw a tangible memory. I wasn't able to unless I read a little red book. And as I read each word, day after day, the memories were created into a film, where I no longer needed to forcefully think to remember you. Every moment I played, the less I started to cherish them. I had fought for years just to recall what you looked like when I had very little contact with you. My battle had taught me how I slowly stopped loving you. You slipped the strap of your bag onto your shoulder and then placed a kiss upon my forehead. "I'll be back later tonight," you said to me, half your face hidden behind my fringe, as I gazed up at you. You used to be so handsome, until I began hating you. You left the hotel room in a swift, leaving me alone to face the consequence of me abandoning my happy self just to see you. I rubbed my arms and legs, snarling as I watched my own helpless act. I felt disgusted, dirty, and already wanted to forget that day. Rising off the bed, I hurried into the bathroom. Aggressively, I threw the shower curtain out of the way and twisted the knob over to hot. I set the rags into the drain after struggling to find the stopper and leaped into the tub. The water scorched my skin as I stood beneath it, but I ignored my hurting body as I grabbed the bar of soap and started lathering my skin. Your touch was soft and warming. I craved it when you weren't near, but I wanted to cry as our skin touched. I was overwhelmed by betrayal of myself, of the promises my dreams made. Why did I come with you that night? Maybe I had known it would be our final time to be together. I collapsed onto the tub's floor, squeezing my hands together as I cried heavily. Every day for 3 years, I had waited for you. I had wished for you to take me away from every ounce of hell I had to rescue myself from. I needed your help and you were either there or not. I fought for you, I cried for you, and there I was more, wishing for all the pain to subside. Although I began to believe love would be never more for you, there I was crying, because somewhere inside me, that little hopeless girl loved you. She will be the only one that remembers how much you cared for her and loved her. I covered my face with water and screamed within it. I embraced myself as the agonizing pain weighed down my heart and constricted my lungs. Our world had become so cold and empty. You watched me as I grew older. I watched you as you faded away. Time went away quickly, but I never felt like I moved on. Your affection was the cement that held me in place. As we made love that night, the vast emptiness inside me expanded, and questions erupted as to why I was with you. That little girl inside screamed out for your touch as I struggled to understand your presence. I pulled a rag from the drain and twisted the water off. I remained in the tub, hugging my knees to my chest, as I gawked ahead and wondered until I was lost inside my head. During my walk inside the dark and lonely world I called my mind, I was left with one more question for you. What is our love in such an empty world?